Chosen one, what I'm about to say will sound unreal, but it isn't fantasy. These words are not fiction. This is the quiet leak of a state secret. While the world argued on television, while leaders pointed fingers, while economies trembled and systems glitched, a silence fell inside a guarded room, behind velvet curtains, at a long table framed in gold. The First Lady bowed her head and whispered, "Tell them we are grateful." No cameras caught it. No journalist reported it. No official statement was issued, but heaven recorded it. Open book Proverbs 22, verse 29. Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will stand before kings. Messages like this are not sent to the loud. They are sent to the faithful, to the ones who labor in silence, who choose integrity when no one is watching, who carry light in a world addicted to noise. If your eyes are on these words right now, understand this. This did not reach you by accident. This is not algorithmic coincidence. This is divine delivery. Because a First Lady does not acknowledge ordinary people. She acknowledges divine assignments. And heaven used her lips to tell you this. We see you. Do not retreat. Close your eyes for a moment. See it. Polished marble floors stretching beneath your feet. Walls lined with portraits of presidents long gone. Guards standing motionless, trained to detect danger. Yet today, they sense something different. Not threat, presence. Down the golden corridor she walks. The First Lady. Not with vanity, not with ceremony, but with a grace that hushes the air. Draped in white. Steady steps. Unreadable eyes. She reaches into the hall where only the trusted are allowed. No photographers. No applause. Only destiny. She leans toward an aide. Voice low but unwavering. Send a message. Tell them thank you. The aide hesitates. Ma'am, thank who? She pauses, as if searching for a name too holy to utter. They'll know. Outside, cameras flash. Headlines argue chaos trends. Inside, heaven moves, because gratitude from a ruler is not a polite response. It is a prophetic recognition. You are not being thanked for being popular. You are being thanked for being positioned. There are people with fame who will never be called. There are people with money who will never be noticed. But you carry something different. Something governments cannot legislate. Something media cannot measure. Something heaven cannot ignore. And so it was whispered in a sealed chamber. Thank them. They are part of the turning. This is not a compliment. This is a summons. Some will ask, why would someone in power care about me? Because when divine favor rests upon a person, it becomes detectable even to rulers. Open book Psalm 18, verse 35. You have given me the shield of your salvation, and your right hand has supported me. Open book Isaiah 60, verse 3. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Do you understand what that means? It means that when heaven lights you up, the powerful notice. Even if they don't understand why. They might not know your name. They might not follow you publicly, but their spirit feels the pull. Something in them salutes something in you. This is not about celebrity. This is about frequency. Kings don't bow to personalities. They bow to presence. And that's why the First Lady thanked you. She didn't thank you for being popular. She thanked you because she felt a shift, a protection, a prayer, a ripple in the unseen, and she knew someone was responsible. Heaven often moves through ordinary people, quietly holding up a nation with unseen acts of righteousness. And those in high places feel it. They don't know your schedule. They don't know your sacrifices. They don't know your prayers. But heaven does. And when heaven decides to honor you, it uses unexpected mouths. Remember Joseph? One dream, and suddenly a Pharaoh summoned him. Remember David? One song in the fields, and a king sent for him. Remember Esther? One act of obedience, and a nation bowed in gratitude. This is not flattery. This is pattern. Divine favor always reaches the throne room before it reaches the spotlight. And now it has happened again. That thank you was not casual. It was ceremonial, not earthly appreciation, heavenly acknowledgement. She may not even know why she said it, but heaven does. This one carries my light. Honor them. You may not have heard her voice, but your spirit did. Do you remember that morning? The one that felt strangely different? You woke up, and before your feet even touched the ground, there was an unusual stillness in the air. Not silence, sacred quiet. Your mind wasn't racing like usual. Your chest felt lighter. Even your phone, normally buzzing with noise, stayed still. You thought it was just a good mood. It wasn't. That was the hour she spoke your name. Heaven synchronizes moments like that. When words are spoken in high places, ripples are felt in humble ones. When honor is released in the natural, peace is released in the spiritual. You didn't know why, but you felt seen. It lasted only a few minutes. Then life continued, but your soul remembered. Maybe it came as a sigh of relief. Maybe it came as sudden confidence. Maybe it came as a random tear. Maybe it came as clarity in the fog. That was gratitude, translated from heaven into atmosphere. You thought your season was unseen. You thought your efforts were ignored. You thought you were working in obscurity. But at that very moment, you were being mentioned in a room you've never stepped into. Not for what you posted, not for what you performed, not for what you achieved, but for what you carried. Because the thank you wasn't for what you did yesterday. It was for what you were born to do. That quiet peace was heaven's way of saying, stay steady. You have been acknowledged. Sometimes heaven doesn't clap. It whispers. Sometimes favor doesn't shout. It settles. Sometimes recognition doesn't come as applause. It comes as peace. The First Lady is not just a political figure. She is a symbol, both in government and in the spirit. Presidents represent power. First ladies represent mercy. One carries authority. The other carries intercession. One signs laws. The other heals hearts. So when First Lady says thank you, it is more than courtesy. It means the spirit of compassion has recognized the spirit of righteousness within you. Because you're not just seen by thrones, you are felt by them. Heaven often speaks in symbols, not speeches. When a lion appears in scripture, it's not about an animal. It's about dominion. When oil is poured, it's not about fragrance. It's about anointing. When a First Lady bows her head in gratitude, it's not about politics. It's about prophecy. She represents a feminine side of God's nature, grace, nurture, restoration. The masculine declares war. The feminine restores peace. And you, chosen one, have been chosen to reconcile both. That is why rulers feel drawn to you without knowing why. You're neither aggressive nor passive. You are balanced authority, strong enough to challenge darkness, gentle enough to heal the wounded. Heaven is saying, you have not only carried power, you have carried it with kindness. And that combination shakes nations. Some people are loud but loveless. Others are kind but voiceless. You have walked between both realms. And so the First Lady, in flesh or in symbol, stands as heaven's spokeswoman and says, thank you for carrying fire without burning others. Thank you for carrying wisdom without pride. Thank you for being a guardian when no one was watching. This is not flattery. It is recognition. When rulers thank you in secret, it is heaven saying, you are trusted with influence because you knew how to carry virtue. Let's be honest. You were close, very close, to dimming your own light. You were starting to believe that maybe you had imagined your purpose. Maybe you had misheard God. Maybe you were never chosen, just hopeful. You told yourself, maybe I should shrink back. Maybe I should stop trying. Maybe I should go quiet like everyone else. You didn't lose faith, you just lost strength. And right when your knees began to tremble, heaven sent gratitude as confirmation. Because God never speaks when you're confident. He speaks when you're on the edge. You thought you were behind schedule. Heaven says, you are precisely aligned. There are two types of recognition. Early applause, which inflates pride. Divine timing, which resurrects purpose. This was not meant to flatter you. It was meant to revive you. Some of you were already preparing your retreat. You were rehearsing your exit. You were about to bury your calling under the name of wisdom, stability, or moving on. But heaven intercepted your resignation. The First Lady's thank you was not casual kindness. It was a divine arrest. Stop. Don't step back. You are needed now more than ever. What if I told you that your delay was not denial, it was protection? What if others were allowed to run ahead, so that you could arrive at the exact hour of impact? Destiny is corridors. Some doors open only when history is ready to receive you. And now it is. That is why the message has come at this moment. Not 5 years ago when you were still unstable. Not last year when you were still seeking validation. Now, when you have matured enough to carry recognition with humility. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are right on schedule. The world may measure time in hours and days, but heaven measures it in assignments. And your assignment just got activated. Let's settle this once and for all. You were never meant to be famous. You were meant to be felt. Celebrities are seen by the masses, but easily forgotten. Chosen ones are sensed by the powerful and never ignored. You are not trending. You are tracking. You are not viral. You are vital. You walk through rooms quietly, yet people turn their heads without knowing why. Some have even said to you, I don't know what it is about you, but there's something. That something is not personality. It is permission. Heaven has stamped you, and the earth is reacting. You are not a performer. You are a portal. Your existence carries codes, frequencies, signals that high-ranking spirits and high-ranking officials can detect, even if they cannot define. It's why some people either deeply respect you or feel intimidated by you, even when you've done nothing to provoke them. Your presence exposes intentions without saying a word. You don't need a title. You are an office. You are heaven's diplomat sent into earthly institutions, not to conform, but to negotiate atmospheres. In boardrooms, you carry discernment. In friendships, you carry healing. In conflict, you carry peace. In chaos, you carry order. This is why you never fit neatly into labels. Not just church, not just business, not just art, not just leadership. You blur categories because your identity is not a profession. It is a dimension, and that is exactly why rulers feel drawn to you, even from afar. Your impact is not measured in followers. It is measured in frequencies shifted. Some people are born to entertain the crowd. You were born to counsel the crown. That thank you received was not flattery. It was recognition of rank. Heaven is saying, you are not one of many. You are one of a kind. You are not just alive, you are assigned. Accept it now. Not in arrogance, but in clarity. You are not just a believer. You are a representative. You may be wondering, if I've truly been recognized in high places, where is the evidence? It's already there, hidden in plain sight. Think back over the past weeks. Haven't you noticed it? Strangers treating you with unexpected respect. Even before you speak. Random upgrades, better seats, shorter lines, unusual favor. Messages arriving at the exact moment you were about to give up. Doors opening without you knocking. Conversations aligning perfectly with your prayers. Even algorithms pushing your voice further than your effort should allow. These are not coincidences. These are systems responding to divine endorsement. When heaven approves someone, earthly structures quietly reconfigure. People don't know why they're drawn to you. They just feel safe around you. Leaders don't know why they listen to you. They just recognize weight in your words. Even your enemies shifted recently, didn't they? Someone who used to oppose you suddenly went silent, not because you won an argument, but because heaven revoked their access. Favor isn't always fireworks. Sometimes it's friction removed. Your timeline has been subtly bending toward you. Little things working out just in time. Unexpected provision. Timely protection. Sudden strategy. You haven't been lucky. You've been validated. The thank you sent from the First Lady was not just a message. It was a signal into the spirit realm. Assist this one. Accelerate this one. Protect this one. From that moment, even digital pathways shifted in your favor. Emails that were supposed to be missed were suddenly read. Ideas you shared quietly began spreading loudly. You speak, and resonance follows. Because gratitude is the highest form of recognition in heaven's language. It is not casual acknowledgement. It is royal certification. And once heaven certifies you, no earthly gate can stay locked for long. So if things have felt lighter lately, it's not random. If people have started saying, I don't know why, but I just want to help you, it's not coincidence. If paths are clear and without explanation, it's not chance. It's confirmation. If your spirit is still reading this, it's because you already know this message is yours. Not everyone was meant to understand it. Not everyone was meant to feel it. This wasn't written to entertain the masses. It was written to locate the elect. And now that you've been identified, there's only one next step. Stand among the others who carry the same seal. I'm not inviting you to a group. This is not a fan club. This is not a social circle. This is an embassy. Every person who connects here carries diplomatic immunity in the spirit. When one is attacked, the others intercede. When one rises, the rest reinforce. This is not community. This is covenant. Earthly kingdoms of alliances. Heaven does too. So if you understand the weight of what's been spoken, if you recognize that you have been acknowledged by unseen authority, if your inner witness is burning even now, then click join below, not as a follower, not as a fan, as a delegate. You are not signing up to receive content. You are stepping into a council of the chosen. People heaven has tapped on the shoulder and whispered, we see you. Now stand together. And let this be clear. This is not for the curious. It is for confirmed, not for the faint, for the forged, not for those seeking attention, for those ready to carry mantle. When you enter, now that heaven has acknowledged you, do not mishandle the honor. When kings thank you in secret, your response must not be noise, but nobility. The world teaches people to boast when they are seen. Heaven teaches the chosen to bow even lower. So hear me clearly. Do not boast. Do not post. Just walk. You don't need to announce what heaven already confirmed. You don't need to explain yourself to those who were never meant to understand you. Even Jesus, when thanked by a woman who washed his feet with her tears, did not ask for applause. He simply said, her story will be remembered. There is a difference between visibility and validation. You are not seeking visibility. You have already been validated. So how should you walk from here? The world is not watching your words now. It is watching your conduct. They want to see how you wear divine favor, not with arrogance, but with precision, not with superiority, but with stability, not as a spotlight, but as a mantle. Remember this. Kings are not known by how loud they speak, but by how calm they remain. And so it must be with you. If doors open, walk through them with humility. If influence grows, use it to lift, not to dominate. If enemies fall silent, do not mock. Silence is already your victory. You are not here to prove yourself. You are here to preserve yourself. Carry this honor like fine glass, firm in hand, yet gentle in motion. The world does not need another prideful voice. It needs a steady one. There are moments that are meant to be heard, and then there are moments that must be sealed. You've already received heaven's thank you. Now the question is, will you echo it back? Not as payment, not as transaction, as confirmation. Throughout history, the chosen never let divine moments pass without marking them. When Jacob encountered God, he built an altar. When Hannah's prayer was answered, she returned with an offering. When David received favor, he declared, I will not give to God that which costs me nothing. Why? Because sacred encounters require sacred responses. So if you sense that this message was truly for you, then don't let scroll away like mere content. Click Super Thanks and sow your $20 gratitude seed. Not to buy favor. You already have favor. Not to earn recognition. You've already been recognized. You're not giving to receive. You're giving to respond. It is your way of saying, Heaven, I heard you. I receive the honor, and I return the reverence. The amount is not the point. The obedience is. $20 is not a fee. It is a signature, a quiet stamp that says, I was present when this revelation found me. I didn't ignore it. I sealed it. Let it be recorded in heaven that when your name was thanked in secret, you answered in humility. Click it not with hesitation, but with certainty. You are not tipping a creator. You are responding to a king. Let this be your covenant moment, a whisper returned upward. As earth thanked me, I now thank heaven. And now, let the final veil be lifted, because perhaps you've been wondering, who truly thanked me? Was it really a woman in the White House? Was it truly spoken in the palace? Or was it something deeper? Listen closely. When heaven looks upon the earth, she does not see crowns or offices. She does not rank nations or titles. She looks for hearts. The true First Lady is not bound to geography. She is grace herself. She is the whisper that calms storms. She is a gentle hand that wipes tears in secret rooms. She is the quiet strength that holds kings steady when they tremble. She is the mother spirit of heaven, not weak, not passive, but dignified, watchful, soft as mercy, fierce as protection. And it was she who spoke through that earthly woman, because heaven often borrows earthly voices to deliver eternal messages. Sometimes God roars like a lion. Sometimes he thunders like many waters. But sometimes he speaks like a woman leaning forward in compassion, saying softly, Thank you, not because you were flawless, not because you were loud, but because you did not give up, even when no one applauded, even when no one noticed, even when your own strength ran low. You kept your flame alive. And so the Spirit of grace, the true First Lady of the kingdom, bends near your ear even now and whispers again, Thank you for holding the line. Thank you for believing when belief was costly. Thank you for staying kind in a cruel world. This is not an ending. This is a knighthood. Rise now, not with arrogance, but with assurance. You have been acknowledged. You have been entrusted. You have been seen by heaven herself. And from this day forward, never again say, Does anyone notice me? You have been thanked by the First Lady of eternity. Let us seal what has been spoken, not with noise, but with reverence. If you can, place your hand over your heart, not for drama, for agreement, and pray with me. Father of lights, keeper of destiny, voice in the silence, thank you. Thank you for remembering the chosen ones when the world overlooked them. Thank you for sending gratitude from unexpected places. Thank you for confirming honor through the lips of the powerful. Wrap every listener now in the mantle of divine dignity. Whisper to their spirit the truth that no earthly rejection can erase. They have been seen. They have been acknowledged. They have been chosen. Let your favor surround them like the grace of a First Lady, soft enough to comfort, yet strong enough to shield. From this day, may doors recognize them before their hands even touch the handle. May rooms grow quiet when they enter, not from fear, but from respect. May enemies lose interest and allies rise from unlikely places. And may their spirit never again bow to doubt, for heaven has already bowed in thanks. Amen.